graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Yeah, Phillies are taking on the Miami Marlins tonight. They're opening up a 3-game series against the Fish, and we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles content. That's what we do on this channel. Hi there, everybody. Jason Joseph here. So the Phillies, they split a series, a 4-game set with the San Francisco Giants, and are looking to try to get back into the winning side of things as they take on the Marlins. Phillies this season 11-8, and they are playing in Game 20 of their 162. Also 7-3 at home, and they'll be taking on the 8-10 Marlins. And we will break everything down in just a few moments, and we will talk about pitching matchups, and we'll also go into starting lineups and all that jazz too. But yes, hello Larry, hello John, hello David. I see that Howard was also here as well. Hopefully he stays on here. Let's go. There we go. The Marlins are not a fish, says Howard. Well, we've heard that as the nickname now. So the Marlins are going to be taking on the Philadelphia Phillies, and so Sandy Alcantara is going to be on the hill tonight. He's facing Zach Wheeler. So Alcantara 2-0 on the season so far. He also has a 4.70 ERA. This is going to be his 20th start that he has played against the Philadelphia Phillies. So this is going to be an interesting matchup for sure. Phillies have actually been overall pretty successful against Sandy Alcantara. They've definitely have had some very good games against him, and hopefully they, for their sake, that they're able to put up some good runs and able to do so early on. The one thing about the Phillies over these last couple of games is that they've been really good at hitting in the first inning. I've seen that for the last 2 games or so, but specifically in the last game, they put up 5 runs, 5 of their 6 runs against the Giants in just that first inning alone. And so I want the Phillies today. I think that one of my main keys is that we got to go out there and we have to be able to set the tone early as well and make Sandy feel uncomfortable. This is a guy who does have really, really good stuff. I know that he struggled in his last outing. He gave up 4 earned runs, only had 1 strikeout, and walked 4 Nationals batters. But when he's on, he's on. And he's somebody that can be one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, we know, when he's fully healthy. So the Phillies have to try to tack on runs early, make his pitch count go up, and put up some really good at-bats against him. And so that's going to be something that I'm looking for offensively today. On the pitching side of things, there's not really much of a concern with Zach Wheeler out there. We expect Zach Wheeler to do Zach Wheeler types of things. He's had a very good career against the Miami Marlins. He's played against them so many times, and hitters really have been off balance against him. And he's one of those guys that you can just expect and almost pencil in every time to go 6-7 innings, and I expect nothing less than a Zach Wheeler outing tonight, but hopefully he gets the run support, and that's really the main question that I have going into this is, will he get that production from his offense? Will his offense back him up is the question that I have today. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. I would appreciate that. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well, and turn on those notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. Yes, so it is 65 degrees out at Citizens Bank Park. We're ready to get underway in just a few moments. Again, appreciate each and every one of you for tuning on in. Where is the game for tonight? There it is. Very good. Okay. All right, so let's get into the starting lineups tonight, and we'll start off with the Marlins first. It'll be Xavier Edwards playing over at shortstop. He's batting in the leadoff spot. Jesus Sanchez is DHing tonight. He's batting second. Kyle Stowers playing out in right field. He's batting third. Eric Wagaman is over at first base. He's hitting in the cleanup spot. And then batting fifth is Matt Mervis, who's had a very good year. He's been raking a lot of home runs for them. He's playing out in center field. Connor Norby's over at third base. He's batting sixth. Griffin Cohenine playing out in left field. He's batting seventh. Otto Lopez is the second baseman today, and he's going to be hitting eighth in the lineup for the Marlins. And Liam Hicks gets the start as the catcher, as Nick Fortes is injured. So he's batting ninth. So again, it's Edwards, Sanchez, Stowers, Wagaman, Mervis, Norby, Cohenine, Lopez, and Hicks. And on the mound for them will be Sandy Alcantara. So Edwards will be leading things off. He's batting .333 this season. And also, Skip Schumacher is not the skipper anymore. It's Clayton McCollum, who is the manager for the Miami Marlins. So Zach Wheeler is going to be taking the hill for the Phillies. He's gone 24 1/3 of an inning. He has a 4.07 earned run average, 6 walks allowed, 28 strikeouts. Phillies are in their City Connect uniforms. That's what they're wearing now during home starts on Fridays. Got the blue bell on the black cap. And so, here's Wheeler. Four-seamer, sinker, sweeper, cutter, curveball, and splitter are the 6 pitches that he has going for him this year. Batters are hitting 154 against his sweeper and 250 against the four-seam fastball. Have not gotten a hit yet off of the curveball or the splitter. Those are more so like his secondary pitches that he tends to go to. But yeah. So Edwards will be leading things off for the Miami Marlins. And on the defensive side of the diamond for the Phillies, it'll be Wheeler on the mound, JT behind the plate, Harper's at first, at second at Stott, Turner's at short, and Bohm is at third. And then the outfield, 7, 8, and 9, it's Kepler, Rojas, and Castellanos. We were a little bit worried about Castellanos because he left yesterday's game with left hip issues. But he is in the lineup for tonight's game. All right, so leading things off is Xavier Edwards. He'll be hitting on the left side. Marlins are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, have blue letters on both the front and the back. The letters say Miami. And the first pitch is fouled back towards the screen. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. The pitch on the way, there's a fly ball, hit out over to right field, and Casty's there, and the catch is made. There's out number 1. Marlins are fish, yeah. Here comes Jesus Sanchez, and he fouls the first pitch back over towards the screen. Here's the 0-1, and it's skied over towards third base, and Bohm is there to make the catch for out number 2. It's a combination of midnight blue, light blue, and yellow. That's how I would describe the Philly City Connect uniforms. It has Philly font on the front of the jersey, along with the Liberty Bell. And then right behind that is the skyline and the yellow stars on the cap. The ball is 1 strike to Kyle Stowers. There's 2 outs in the top of the first inning. And here's the 0-1 from Wheeler, swing and a miss on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. No score. We're in the top of the first. Stowers hitting .290 on the season so far for the Marlins, was traded from Baltimore. The 0-2 pitch, he goes with another fastball, and Stowers swings and misses at the 97-mile-per-hour heater, and there's a 1-2-3 inning for the Marlins. We're going to the bottom of the first. The Phillies are coming up to the plate. Okay. Thank you, JJ. Yes. Every team has a City Connect uniform now, so it's like a special uniform. But yeah. It's sort of, sometimes it's hard for me to find ways to describe those things, but that was probably the best I could do. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the first. The Phillies lineup will look just like this. It'll be Bryson Stott batting in the leadoff spot. Trey Turner's hitting second. And then it's Bryce Harper hitting third. Schwarber's in the cleanup spot. Castellanos batting fifth. Kepler is sixth. Seventh is JT. 8 is Bohm. And 9th is Rojas. So again, it's Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Kepler, Realmuto, Bohm, and Rojas as the starting 9 hitters for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the guy that they're going to be facing, it'll be Sandy Alcantara, who's 2-0 as a 4.70 ERA. He's pitched in 15 1/3 of an inning. He has given up 8 earned runs, 1 homer, 8 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Now, 29 years old, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 200 pounds as well. And he will be on the bump for the Marlins. Okay. Don't forget to like, folks, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you have not done so already. Phillies playing at home at Citizens Bank Park. And Stott is coming up to the plate. And the pitch, it's in there for strike 1. Crew chief for tonight, Manny Gonzalez is behind the plate. Alex Tussey's over at first base. Ron Kolpa is at second. And Corey Blazer is the third base umpire. Here's the 0-1. It's a curveball that's taken down for a ball. Phillies are favorited to win tonight. Here's the 1-1. It's taken down for ball 2. Money line for the Phillies is at -300. So they are indeed a favorite to win. 2-1. Looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike. I was listening to a cast earlier and they were talking about Bryson Stott, and they said that Stott has actually seen the second most pitches in all of baseball this year. 2-2, and there's a foul ball that goes out of play. Which I guess if you think about it, that does seem to be the case. He's not chasing as much as he did last year, but they were saying how last year, a lot of times, teams threw him high fastballs with 2 strikes. There's the 2-2, and Alcantara doesn't get the call. It was a little bit inside. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sandy's a right-handed pitcher. Again, we mentioned 6 feet 5 inches tall, 200 pounds from the Dominican Republic. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-2, and Stott fouls it off. 99 on the gun for Sandy. Sandy did not pitch last year, but the year before that, he went 28 games at a 7-12 record and a 4.14 ERA in 184 2/3 of an inning. 3-2. There's a fly ball hit over towards center field. The catch will be made, and Mervis is there to catch it for out number 1. I think that the Marlins actually just had a lineup change. Sanchez is actually out in center, and Mervis is the DH, so excuse me. Center field, and Mervis is the DH. So that was Sanchez who caught it. First pitch to Trey, and it's taken for a ball. Trey hitting .227 this year with just a homer and 4 RBI. Next pitch is taken down for ball 2. Sandy's not wasting any time as he will get set just at the letters, kicks, and delivers its way inside. What are your final score predictions? Let us know down below. What's up, JJ? Just put my brother on the stream. He got a 6-hour drive home. Told him to tune in. Shout out to the brother Blake. Yes, sir. Nice. Shout out to your brother Blake. The 3-0 pitch its way inside for ball 4, and Sandy gives up his first base runner of the day. So Wheeler's pitching for the Phillies. He got a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Got Edwards to fly out to right, Sanchez to pop out to third, and Stowers to strike out. Stott lined out to center. Turner just walked in. Now it's Bryce Harper coming up to the plate. And the pitch, and Harper shoots it foul. Harper's been seeing the ball much better. That's for sure. He's 32 years old. He has walked in each of his last 3 games and has actually had a 6-game on-base streak. 0-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2 at the kneecaps. He's 12 for 39 against Sandy with 4 doubles, a homer, and 6 runs batted in. The 0-2, and Harper will foul it off. What's going on, folks? That's right. The ball's in 2 strikes. And here's the pitch to Bryce. And that's a hard hit, but it's a foul ball as it hits the backstop over at first base. And the ball girl will get over to it. Harper 4 homers this year, 9 RBI, and an .864 OPS. Turner's over at first. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Alcantara getting ready to throw from the stretch. And here comes the pitch. And Harper will foul it off again. He got a slider. Marlins are 3.5 games behind the Mets and 2.5 behind the Phillies. They're 8-10. They've lost their last 3 games. They got swept by the Diamondbacks. Then before that, they took 2 out of 3 against the Nationals. The 0-2 to Harper, and that is swung on and lifted out to deep right field. Into the second deck it goes. 2-0 Philadelphia. What a shot. Here comes Schwarber to the plate, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball. That's the 2nd career homer that Bryce has had off of Sandy Alcantara. Somebody better cut that. Cut that call. 1-0 pitch, and that is taken for a strike. That was a great call there. Schwarber this year hitting .284, and the 1-1 swing and a miss. Bryce Harper really has been starting to heat up now for the Phillies, and it seems like he's been turning the season around. Some would say it's still early on, but he has homered in 3 out of the last 4 games that he has played in. Here's the 1-2, and there's a fly ball hit out over to left field, and Conine has to go back. He anticipated it to be a little bit more up, but he'll still make the catch. I don't think he got a good read on that. The wind was blowing that thing back. And it's Castellanos coming up. Wow. Did somebody cut that? 2 outs are in the bottom of the first, and Castellanos is up to the plate. And the pitch is a 97-mile-per-hour fastball at the kneecaps. The pitch was right down the middle. The pitch to Harper, I should say. Oh, on the Casty, and it's low. Casty has the best batting average on the Phillies, sitting .304 amongst qualified starters. The pitch fouled away. It's also 7 for 24 against Alcantara. Just 1 extra base hit, though. The 1-2 to Casty, and it's grounded foul towards the third base side. The Marlins are, they come into today with the 7th best batting average in all of baseball. But they only have 12 homers, which is last, tied for, or sorry, that's, they're in a 3-way tie for second to last place. Two, and another foul ball. 28 pitches in this inning for Sandy. Marlins are 21st in RBI. 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Phillies are actually 17th. "29 pitches, 19 strikes, 10 balls for Sandy, and the 2-2 swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out, but the damage is done. The Phillies get a 2-run homer from Bryce Harper, and we're going to the second inning. Though 2. Did somebody cut that highlight call for me? Did somebody cut that? Let me know. Let's go. We got 145 people tuning on in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hardcore says I did. You're the man. You're the man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much for being on here, man. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're driving, don't text and drive, please. But yes, Phillies lead it 2-0. They got a 2-run missile from Bryce Harper, and it was a good swing. As we mentioned before, Harper is actually hitting the ball better. So the Marlins will have Wagaman, Mervis, and Norby due up in the batting order. We talked a little bit about Mervis coming into this. He's tied for 4th in home runs. He has 6 on the season, 12 RBI as well. and a 262 average. He's been one of their best hitters. He's now 27 years old. He's been off to a very hot start so far. Where y'all tapping in from? Let us know down below. Just a reminder, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm having somebody else fill in for me. I will tease you all with who's going to fill in. But yes, I will not be here. Somebody else will. And all I ask is just to be on your best behavior and don't get yourself timed out. The pitch is coming up. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. Jason, you're the man. The pitch, and that's just taking on the upper third of the zone for strike one to Wagaman. Right-handed hitter, white batting gloves. He'll rest the bat on the shoulder. And the 0-1 is down and away. One ball, one strike. And here's the pitch. It's just taken outside for ball two. Thanks again, Jason. Appreciate you. The 2-1 pitch from Wheeler. Swing and a miss. Wheeler's 11-4 against the Marlins, and this is the 26th time he's facing them. 2-2, and it's fouled away. Last time he pitched against the Marlins, he went 6 2/3, surrendered just 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and had 5 strikeouts. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Zach gets his second strikeout of the ball game. Okay. That's back-to-back strikeouts. Got Stowers to strike out to end the first. By the way, Alcantara's ERA is over 7 over his last 6 starts at Citizens Bank Park. Does not like pitching here. The pitch to Mervis, and he fouls it back towards the screen. 2-0 Phillies. Mervis, a left-handed hitter, stands in the box and takes it in the dirt. Born in Washington, D.C., he had 15 hits and 90 at-bats in 2023. Here's the 1-1. They try to appeal. Did he go? No, says the third base umpire. And this year he already has 11 hits. Last year he only played in 9 games. This year he's already played 14. The 2-1, and that is popped up and hit over to shallow right field. Stott says that he has it. And he does. He'll be there to make the grab. And 2 away. Now bring up Connor Norby. I am going to go live for the Giants game tomorrow night because I made a promise then said that I would do some Giants games because we had a couple of Giants. We had a good Giants crowd. And there's no other person that does Giants content. And I think it would be nice for us to expand and try to do some more baseball. Not saying I'm going to do this every day, but every once in a while I'll do some Giants games for those people. And tomorrow night will be one. Norby behind in the count already 0-1. Just 1 for 5 this season. And the 0-1 is down. Two outs, base is empty in the top of the second. Wheeler comes set at the letters and delivers a sweeper that misses low. 2-1. And there's a strike. Because that's how ESPN does it, Keith. Wheeler gets set, kicks, deals, and it's fouled away. Harper has the only hit so far. The 2-2 pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a called third strike. And so the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the second. 3 strikeouts by Zach. Okay. Phillies are coming up to the plate. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We'll be right back in just a few moments. We're back. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a very fantastic day. The Marlins actually have allowed the most walks per game at 4.61. We're in the bottom of the second. Here comes Max Kepler, left-handed hitter. Swings and misses at the sinker that was right down the pike. Kepler slashing 228, 313, and 351. 0-1 pitch. That misses low and inside for ball one. Alcantara kicks and fires, and Kepler gets a piece of it and stays alive. Phillies are able to send they sent 5 guys up to the plate in the first inning, but they did get 2 runs on a home run by Bryce Harper. The 1-2, and Kepler lays off the changeup that was heading into the dirt. Phillies play the Marlins again tomorrow afternoon at 1:05, and then on Sunday afternoon at 1:35. The pitch. Outside and high for ball 3. Notice that Alcantara just has not been able to attack the zone, and the Phillies are really just battling with him. The pitch, it's a fastball, and it's fouled away. These Phillies hitters overall have done a very good job at hitting fastballs, and their kryptonite seems to be the off-speed pitches in the past years. And Alcantara is one of those guys that just throws a lot of fastballs. The pitch, and it's down low and inside for ball 4. It was a curveball there. And that's the second time the Phillies have walked today. They have been walking more, but I think that a lot of it's just been based off of strategy as they're not chasing as much. The pitch, and it's taken down low and outside. Not saying that they're putting up better at-bats, but they have been walking more. 1-0, and it's way inside for ball 2. Phillies are second in all of baseball in walks per game. 2-0, and JT takes it all the way. It's a four-seamer at 95. Yeah, it should be Gray right now. The 2-1, there's a line drive, base hit out over to right field. And Kepler is going to be safe over at second. The throw was drawn over to third. I think it was actually supposed to be cut off by the shortstop. But nonetheless, JT does get on with a single. Yeah, it should be Gray, my guy. So right now you can tell that we're in the bottom of the second just from looking at that. Or you could just look at the scoreboard down below. It shows you that we're in the bottom of the second, too. But yes, there is a little gray spot. Here comes Bohm. And the first pitch he takes is a changeup. And it's in there for strike one. And Bohm does not agree with the call. Just a 173 average in 18 games. Phillies are hoping that yesterday's swing is going to help him turn stuff around. 0-1 to Alec, foul ball. Good cut, just late on the changeup. He's 7 for 26 against Sandy with 6 RBI. Also has a double and a triple as well. The 0-2 pitch, and there's a line drive base hit out to left center field. Kepler's rounding third. He'll come on in to score. JT goes over to third, and the Phillies lead it 3-0 as Alec Bohm gives a little salute to the dugouts. Good swing. That was a rocket. Hit past the shortstop, and there was no chance that anyone was going to get over to that baseball and make a catch there. And that'll bring up Johan Rojas to the plate. So it's 3-0 Philadelphia. We're in the bottom of the second, and a timeout is called on the mound. They needed that there. Just a reminder, I will not be on tomorrow. Right down to me. I get it. I get what you're saying, Derek. That was funny. 3-0 Philadelphia. Here's Rojas up at the plate. Alcantara gets set the belt, winds up, and he fires, and Rojas fouls it away. Let's go, chat. Charge! 0-1 pitch. And a foul ball. Larry, have the Chargers been better? Is my question to you. Nobody out in JJ's thirsty for more. Like that pun. We're coming up with a lot of good puns today. 0-2. It's down and away. A 5-game hitting streak, by the way, too, for Alec. Here's the 1-2 to Rojas, and he smacks that out to right field for a base hit. Another run will score, and it's 4-0, Phils. Bohm stops at second, and the hits just keep on a-coming. More hits with runners in scoring position. Who would have thunk? Here comes Stott to the plate, and he takes strike one. Told you they love hitting Sandy. They most certainly do. 0-1 to Stott. Foul ball. Oh, 2, and that's going to bounce away from the catcher. It was way inside, and that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. Bohm's over at third, and over at second base is Johan Rojas. And that thing just absolutely skipped away from Liam Hicks. And I'm surprised that Stott was able to actually get out of the way of that thing. Veneziano is warming up in the bullpen for the Marlins. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stott. The next pitch is also in the dirt and inside, and the count is 2-2. What's up, Rising Rhino? How are you, my friend? Is this the real Rising Rhino, is the question. The pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. And there to make the grab is Sanchez, and tagging up from third, coming in to score is Bohm. Going over to third base is Rojas, and the Phillies play some small ball, and now lead it 5-0. Another run. Why not? It's a lot of highlights to cut, isn't it? Here comes Trey Turner to the plate. And another sac fly could give the Phillies a 6-0 lead. The pitch. It's low and outside for ball 1 to Trey Turner. Anybody getting this final score prediction right? 1-0. Strike 1. It's at the kneecaps at 98. Turner walked in his first at-bat. His first plate appearance. The 1-1 to Trey. Swing and a miss. He wanted that changeup. You could tell. I said 5-3 tonight. I meant 15-3. The 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to second base, and the second baseman checks the runner over at third first and throws it over to first, and Turner is out. But Bryce Harper is coming up again. Harper started things off with the 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. Get ready for some more highlights. In case something happens. First pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. Got a changeup that was down. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, folks. And turn on those bell icons. 40% fastball for Sandy. That's how much he's gone to his fastball today. Almost half the time. The 0-1 to Bryce. Here it comes. And it's a foul ball. Phillies have actually done a better job against the Marlins over their last 4 seasons. Marlins really had a great record head-to-head against the Phillies from 2013 to 2020. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to bounce away, and, well, Rojas will score. It's another wild pitch, and the Phillies have put up 6 runs in 1 2/3 of an inning so far. Not a good block at all by Hicks, and the Phillies make them pay. Rojas just high-fived Kyle Schwarber, who's in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-2 to Harper, and there's a ground ball hit over to first base, and the first baseman's there, tags the bag. Inning is finally done, but the Phillies tack on not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 runs. And they lead it 6-0 as we go to the 3rd inning. Be right back in just a few moments. We back, folks. Wheeler pitching here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch that he throws is at 95, and it catches the inside corner for strike 1. Good start for the Phillies. So far, so good. Griffin Cohenine's up to bat. Son of Jeff Cohenine. 0-1. And that is inside for a ball. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Do JJ a solid. Yes, sir. The 1-1 pitch, and it's way inside. I think that slipped out of the hands of Wheeler. Surprised I didn't get a piece of Griffin. Griffin's 27 years old, hitting just .298 this year. It's pretty good. With a homer and 5 RBI. 2-1. That's high and inside for ball 3. Went to Pinecrest High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 3-1. Grounder rolled over to first base. Harper has it. And underhand flip over to Zach Wheeler, who covers the bag. I'll get out number 1. So it's going to go down as a 3-1. ground out. Memberships, yes, they are $2.99 a month. You get access to some awesome emotes for sure. Up next is Otto Lopez. Hitting on the right side, and Lopez will hit this one out over to right field into no man's land for a base hit. And Casty plays it on 2 bounces. And so, there's a opposite field single. Was Yaz Carl's son last series? Yes. If so, we have Clemens. Both players were in my like list. Yes. So, you got Griffin Conine, who's Jeff Conine's son. Yaz, yes. Yeah, not his son. Sorry, his grandson. Carl Yastrzemski. That's his grandson. But it's in the family line, yes. The pitch. And that's inside for a ball. Search is here. What's up, Search? 1 ball, no strikes. Hicks is in the box, and the 1-0 is upstairs. Guys, remember Aaron Hicks? Second baseman. Played for the Blue Jays and for the Diamondbacks. 2-0. That's popped foul and out of play. Just made me think of his name. Played with guys like Vernon Wells, Rod Barajas, John Jaso. I think Marcos Scudero and Alex Rios were on that Blue Jays team. The 2-1 pitch, and it's on the inside corner for strike 2. Rhino says, yeah, of course. Well, anyhow, it just made me think of his name. You're thinking of Aaron Boone. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball, and Hicks will stay alive. Oh, Hicks did play for the Yankees, too, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Aaron Hill. Aaron Hicks, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Aaron Hicks. I was thinking of Aaron Hill. Hicks is actually still in the majors. Oh, my gosh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aaron Hill. Yeah, Aaron Hicks. That's correct. Hicks played for the Yankees, and he played for the Twins. 2-2. That's upstairs for ball 3. Xavier Edwards waits in the on-deck circle. This guy's really fast. He's having a very good season. I think he was one of the top leaders in stolen bases last year. 3-2 pitch, and that's ripped foul. Seven pitches in this at-bat. JJ, do you even broadcast? Nah, I don't. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 4 strikeouts by Zach Wheeler today. That was a big one. He actually went fastball right down the middle, and Hicks couldn't catch up to it, and he shakes his head. We're in the top of the third. It's 6-0 Philadelphia. Night time is set upon us. The pitch, and that's way outside for a ball. The 1-0 swung on and missed. That splitter was beautiful. Don't forget about Sanchez for me yesterday, too. The 1-1 from Zach, and there's a line drive base hit out to left field. And, well, Kepler bobbled it for a second, but it's not going to get too far away from him. And so staying put at second base is out of Lopez. And Edwards gets on with an opposite field single. Aaron Hicks. Whew. Maybe he just needs 30 years. Maybe if you had 30 years of broadcasting experience. Well, one day. I get what you're saying, though. The pitch. There's a foul ball. Cedric Mullins just hit his 5th homer of the season for Baltimore. I know somebody who's probably really happy about that. He's probably doing the game right now. The ball is 1 strike. Wheeler delivers from the stretch, hence down. Jesus Sanchez is the guy that's in the box. He was originally the DH for today, and then, well, they decided to go with Matt Mervis out in as the DH, and they put Sanchez out in center. The pitch. Foul ball. Oh, got him. 20 total pitches by Zach Wheeler in this inning. 12 strikes, 8 balls, 43 pitches on the night. He was cruising along. Can he get out of this? Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He does. And Sanchez throws the bat down. And so Zach Wheeler gets out of the 3rd inning without a scratch. And we're going to the bottom of the 3rd at the bank. Cutting that call, too. Great. Good start so far. So far, so good. I mean, all that they can do from here, okay, is they just got to put together a string of wins. Okay, now's a good time, I think, for this team to go on a little run here. I do. I think that the Phillies can string together some wins. They play the Marlins tomorrow, and then on Sunday, and then we play the Mets. Then they play the Mets. I gotta stop saying we. They also play the Cubs for 3 games, and then it's Washington for the 3 after that. So, if they can, essentially speaking, if they can go like 9-3 in these next 12 games, I would be satisfied with that. I think that that's good. By the way, Alcantara's night is done after 3 innings. He has a 7.27 ERA over his first 4 starts after the Tommy John surgery. Yeah, Larry, that's how it's always been. Starting pitcher must go 5 innings to qualify for a W. I didn't know if he is the pitcher of record, but doesn't go 5. The official score gives the win to the reliever he deems most effective. Anthony Veneziano is going to pitch for the Marlins. So we're in the bottom of the 3rd. What's up, D? Here comes Schwarber to the plate, and he takes low for ball 1. So Veneziano's pitching for Alcantara, who just goes 2 innings, not 3 innings. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0, and it's down in the way for ball 2. How did we get here, JJ? The Phillies put up 6 runs. 2 were in the bottom of the 1st on a 2-run a blast out into the second deck by Bryce Harper. Then they were also able to get an RBI single from Alec Bohm in the bottom of the second, along with an RBI single from Rojas in the bottom of the second, and a sac fly and a wild pitch. Stott hit the sac fly. The 2-0, it's taken for strike one. Here's the 2-1 offering to Schwarber, and he gets a piece of it. Schwarber's tied for first in the National League in homers. Also is tied for first in walks. And 6th in slugging percentage. The 2-2 delivery. That's bounced over towards the first base side. First baseman has it. Throws it back over to Veneziano, who covers the bag. And 1 out made. I couldn't agree more, JJ. Agree with that. Wait, hold up. What did I say? Wait, hold up. What did I say? The pitch to Casty. There's a fly ball hit out over to right field. That's going to go over the head of the right fielder. And so Casty's going to go on over to second base. The throw is off the line and not in time anyways. And there's Nick Castellanos over at second base on with an opposite field double. Oh, thanks for the recap. Is that what you were saying? I got you. That was a nice swing by Nick. Struck out in his first at-bat. Was able to get on with a double. And at-bat number 2. Now it's Kepler in the box. And he takes low. The 1-0 pitch. It's popped up and it's hit foul towards the third base side. Does it go out of play? It just does. It went right into the camera well, and Norby just could not make the catch. Maybe if it was just if it was just an inch towards that ball. He just had a longer wingspan. I think he could have caught that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Down. Red Sox lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second against the Chicago White Sox. Yankees also have a 1-0 advantage out at George Steinbrenner Field. They're taking on the Rays. Blue Jays 2-1 is their score as they go to the third inning. The 2-1 offering, and that's a sweeper that just dances in the zone. Five seconds left on the pitch clock, and there's the 2-2. And there's a line drive that is caught over at shortstop, and Castellanos jogs back over towards second base, and he marks himself safe. PHLY Phillies just came out with a stat. They said that Casty has his 9th extra base hit of the season through 20 games, and last year it took him up until May 29th to get to 9 extra base hits. That's a cool stat. Here comes JT, and he takes a slider that's in the dirt. He singled in the second and also scored a run. The 1-0 delivery. It's just low. Oh, Jane, do you want us to call you? I keep forgetting to ask you this. Actually, okay, I'll ask you during the timeout. 2-0, and that's taken down for ball 3. I'll ask you during a timeout. Three balls, no strikes. JT is in the box. The windup and the pitch. That was a fastball taken right down the pike. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-1 offering to JT, and he slices it foul. And this NFL draft, it's coming up. Thursday. It's a big day. We'll be covering it. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch to JT. And it's in there for a called strike. 3 at the knees. JT, when the count is 3-2, he just has not had calls go his way. That was a strike. All right. All right. Here we go. Jane knew exactly what I was going to ask. Doesn't matter, JJ, Joe, Joseph, Jane's my mom. You knew exactly what I was going to ask. That's funny. Joe's like, I know it's coming. He's like, yep, I know exactly what's coming. Let me spare you some time for asking the question. It was fun while it lasted for a year. That had me laughing. That was funny. I was reading your mind. Yeah, that's hilarious. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play. And make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Gene, just let me know if you change your mind. Oh. Bryce is heating up. Yes, he is. I wonder if Larry and John heard that. I love to see you laugh, JJ. That was that was hilarious. It makes my day. Well, you guys make my day, man. You do. Cole's in the dugout with Aaron Nola. There's Caleb Cotham, huh? It's cool. I forgot Cole got to play with Aaron Nola. Wow. It's transmitting over to the balcony. That's good. It's 6-0 Philadelphia. We're going to the top of the fourth. Lou's right. What a game between those Cubs and those Diamondbacks. The pitch. And that's a foul ball. Wheeler was doing pretty good in his first 2 innings, and not saying that he had a bad inning, but his pitch count was a little bit higher in that third. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. John Williams seems to miss it every time, so I just let it go until he figures it out, JJ. Well, speaking of the devil, he's right here. And so is the other guy. Cole's in the dugout the other day. Y'all miss me laugh. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Zach Wheeler is laughing as he gets his 6th strikeout of the ball game. There's one out in the top of the fourth. And Wagaman is up to bat. And the pitch is swung on and missed. You got to rewind, Mike. You got to rewind. When there's a break in this inning, you got to press the rewind button. And go back to that bottom of the third inning. Towards the end. I was going to ask Gene a question. That's all I'm going to say. 0-2. Go to like the 2-out marker when JT was up. I need to see your reaction. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the fourth. There's 1 out. Bases are empty. Wheeler comes set and fires. And there's another cold strike 3. 7 strikeouts by Wheels. He's on one. He has struck out 4 of the last 6 batters that he has faced. Aloha, Johnny Snooze, you lose. Here comes Matt Mervis to the plate. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. I was avoiding the possibility of being insensitive, says Larry. 7 chairs for Wheels. The 0-1, swing and a miss again. Everything seems to be working so far tonight for Zach Wheeler. 12 of the first 14 pitches that he's thrown have been called for strikes. 12 of 14 first pitches. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's the 0-2 from Wheeler. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Wheels. Unbelievable. What another masterpiece by Zach Wheeler so far in these 4 innings of work. Rack 'em up. 8 strikeouts for Zach with a backwards K Wheeler. Nice. Even though that was a forwards K. I have thick skin, says Joseph. Let's go. It's time to go to the bottom of the 4th inning, which means it is time for On This Day in Phillies history. Wow. I think, it is possible that Christopher Sanchez, who had 13 strikeouts yesterday, was like, I'm the ace, and Zach Wheeler might be saying something else about that. I love it. I love that. I want the friendly competition. On this day in Phillies history. Today is April 18th. Phillies open the 1950 season at home in front of 29,000 fans. It was the first time that they took the field wearing what would become their signature home uniform, the red pinstripes. In the visiting radio booth, a young man by the name of Vince Scully makes his broadcast debut for the Dodgers in the 3rd inning. And, of course, we all know who was doing the main play-by-play duties. His name was Red Barber, right? The pitch, and it's taken a little bit low for a strike. That was the same pitch, or that was thrown in the same spot where when Bohm was up to bat the first time, he took that same pitch in the same spot, and he called it a strike, even though it was a little bit low. Next pitch is lower than the previous one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, folks. 1-1. That's high. Way up high for a ball. Mike Schmidt also at his 500th home run on this day. 2-1. Another foul ball. Two-two pitch. There's a one hopper hit over to shortstop, and Edwards has it, throws it over to first, and Bohm is out. This was really cool. In 1970, okay, this was the only face-off between Jim Bunning and Nolan Ryan. The pitch is bunted foul by Rojas. Nolan Ryan held the Phillies to one hit, and he fanned 15 batters, while Bunning exits before recording an out in the third inning. Don't know what happened on that day, but I assume it did not go the Phillies' way. The ball's one strike. There's one out in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch to Rojas, and he dodges out of the way. Hit the thumbs up button, folks, and subscribe to the channel as well. The 1-1 pitch to Rojas, strike two, as it was painted perfectly on the outside edge. How many likes do we have, folks? How many likes do we have? We have 152 people on here watching. I'm telling you, we had a good amount of Giants fans on here. It's awesome. The 1-2 to Rojas, and it's popped up, hit out over towards shallow right field. Conine says he has it, and he does, and the catch is made. Or that was Stowers, excuse me. So that'll bring up Bryson Stott to the plate. Stott's actually been doing a better job in the leadoff spot against pitching. And he'll fight this one off out over towards center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Bryson Stott continues to make good contact with the baseball. He got jammed on that pitch, but just put it in a good spot. And that's the third nice at-bat that he's had today. He lined one out to center field his first time up. He hit it really hard, and then he had a sac fly his last time up. There we go. So it's a bloop single. And Trey Turner is up to bat now. First pitch that Trey takes is a fastball at 94, right down the pipe. Veneziano still pitching. Sandy Alcantara was the starting pitcher who gave up 6 runs in 2 innings. 0-1 to Trey. The windup and the pitch. Change up. That's low. Listening on the phone, busy making my Easter dinner to get my Easter basket blessed at church tomorrow. Been a family tradition since I've been a child, and I'm carrying the tradition on. That's awesome. Stott leads off over at first, and here's the 1-1 to Trey. It's bounced foul towards the visitor's dugout. Maybe Stott has found a home at the leadoff spot. Yeah, well, he's hitting the ball better. And I know he was going through a little slump, but he's seeing more pitches. Runner goes, here's the 1-2, and it's fouled away. And Turner says, darn it, because he saw that Stott was going. And he'll have to go back over to first. Charge! Veneziano stares back at first, and now back to the plate, and the 1-2 is low and inside. The Dodgers are out in Arlington tonight They'll face Jacob deGrom. That game will be at 8:05. A's also play the Brewers at 8:10 in Milwaukee, and the Giants are out in L.A. taking on the Angels. The pitch, and it's a low and outside for ball 3. Also, the Padres are out in Houston. I wish that they had the games in order from time, but they don't. The pitch to Trey Turner, and he flies this one out of left field. It's carrying. It's going back towards the track, and it's caught. It was still playable. The catch is made by Conine, and the inning is over. That pitch was up high and inside, and yet Trey was still able to hit it pretty far, just not far enough. And we're going to the top of the 5th. It is 6-0 Philadelphia. Jacob DeWashed. He's been doing good. I haven't really been following him this year, to be honest with you. I thought he was doing good. No, he's not. He went 4 innings in his last outing, allowed 3 earned runs. He did good in his first outing, but over the last 2, not so good. And it's just injuries, that have really tacked on during his career. All right, be right back. I will see you all very, very soon. We're back. We're in the top of the 5th, and Norby is due up. And the first pitch is taken down low for a ball. Connor's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second, just hitting 167, I should say, on the season. The 1-0 pitch is flared out over to right field, over the head of Stott for a base hit. And he'll get on with a single. Zach Wheeler Bobble figurine night will be on May 16th. Just the second hit allowed, or the third hit allowed today by Wheeler. Toss bat to first. Not in time. Y'all are cute, man. Y'all are funny. A runner on over at first, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Here's a question for you guys. Okay. I think that we all can agree that Zach Wheeler is the best pitcher on this team right now. But who's number 2? Sanchez or Luzardo? 0-1, and that's taken outside for a ball. Because I think personally, and this is no disrespect to Luzardo because he's been great. I think we can make the argument. I don't know about you, but I've really liked what Christopher Sanchez has been able to do over these last 2 years, really 2.5 years. And I'm ready to say that if he was on another team, I think that he could potentially be an ace. Or at least a good number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Conine is in the box, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Luzardo, I've been very impressed with how great he's been, and I'm excited to see what he does in his next outing. But I think that we have 3 very solid pitchers right now. And Aaron Nola, I'm hoping that he comes around because this has not been an Aaron Nola type of a season. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. 9 strikeouts for Zach. Hardcore says Sanchez. David says Sanchez. Michael says Sanchez. Who's the best pitcher on the Phillies? Zach Wheeler. The pitch. That's sticking inside for a ball. That was a very nice pitch. I think Sanchez could be a 1. I really do. Otto Lopez is up to bat. And the 1-0 pitch, he takes it down for ball 2. Would some of y'all... So none of you think that Luzardo is better than Sanchez right now? Sanchez is... Oh, his changeup was nasty. Yeah. That changeup was disgusting. It was on fire. It was. Batters struck out. 12 of the 13 batters he struck out yesterday were on that changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wheeler will get set at the letters. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-1. It's a chopper, but it's fouled. Nola's only stinking because I put him on my fantasy league. Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, Nola, Ranger. I want Painter to come up now. We could have Nola as our 5. That's insane. And Ranger could be coming out of the bullpen. 2-2, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Casty's on the run, and Rojas will make the catch. He called him off. The throw's made back over to first, and it's not in time. That was a good play by Rojas. Tell you what, they almost collided, but Rojas definitely did take control there, and he was able to catch it as it just was above the ground. So he got his glove down, he caught it, and avoided the collision with Nick Castellanos. Nice play. And so Liam Hicks will get another crack at it. And he takes a strike all the way. Good cutter thrown by Zach. One thing I've been really impressed with tonight from Zach is that curveball. The way that it danced when he got Griffin Conine the strikeout looking. Thought, man, his curveball really seems to be on point. He's been going to it a little bit more. He's just such a smart pitcher. 0-1, and there's a foul ball. I'll be completely honest with you. We had this conversation the other day of what the Phillies' best trade was in recent history. And I said JT Realmuto was a very good trade, and I think that it was, but I think that the Christopher Sanchez trade is so underrated. And the fact that we gave up Curtis Mead for Sanchez, that's a steal. I think that that's the best trade that we've had easily within the last 12 years. It's looking really, really good. The 0-2, here it comes, and there's a ground ball, diving stop by Harper, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 3. Nice play by Bryce Harper. All right, there we go. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Harper, Schwarber, and Castellanos all due up to bat. One more step off. I'll be right back real quick. I like the song Jane Says by Jane's Addiction, says William. I like this song. There's this song by Saving Jane called Girl Next Door. I like that. Oh, never mind. Hamels. My brother has a hat signed by the both. Who was the other ace when Halliday was there? At one point we had Cole Hamels, Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay, and Roy Oswalt. Jane's Addiction is awesome. Yes, I agree. Here comes Bryce Harper to the plate. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks, if you have not done so already. First pitch to Bryce, swing and a miss. That is really cool. Hamels, my brother has a hat signed by the both of them. That's sick. One is the count to Bryce Harper. One pitch. That's chopped foul. The 1-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And Harper's down on strikes. There we go. That's really cool. Kyle Schwarber's up. And he checks his swing, but it was a strike anyways. Actually looked a little bit outside, but I think that the umpire just didn't appeal and said that he went around. 0-1, that's a strike. Veneziano has certainly settled down this Phillies lineup. They've done a better job at setting the tone, the Phillies, over these last 3 games. And I mean that by scoring in the first inning. 0-2 to Schwarber. And it's a changeup that's low. Schwarber batting .245 against the Marlins, and he lifts this one out to deep right center field. That's crushed, and it's gone. Schwarber sends one into the night, and it's 7-0 Philadelphia. What a swing. Here comes Casty, and he takes strike 1. That thing went far. 0-1 pitch, and it's taken low for ball 1. Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, both 1 for 3, and they have homered in this game. The pitch to Casty. It's downstairs. Harper hit one 418 feet. Schwarber's went 426. The 2-1 to Castellanos. And it's a foul ball. What the heck? 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think Rojas in the dugout gave him a he gave Schwarber a little it was a lighting match as like a fake cigarette. It's funny. 3-2. There's a bouncer that's foul towards the third base dugout. Sort of like, put it to his mouth like he was smoking, and then he gave it to Schwarber. And they shared a little laugh. The 3-2 to Castellanos, and he fouls it off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Casti, and another foul ball. A very good at-bat by Nick Castellanos. Here's the 3-2. That's a foul ball. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Casti and another foul ball. And he's certainly fighting. The pitch, ground ball, base hit, out to left field, and Nick Castellanos wins the battle. On the 11th pitch of the at-bat, Castellanos able to get aboard. And Max Kepler's coming up. He put the ball in play, put it in a very good spot in between that 5-6 hole, and Edwards just could not get over to it. And that's going to be it for Veneziano, and we're going to have a pitching change. In this bottom of the 5th inning, it's 7-0 Philadelphia. I was trying to look up a stat and see what the Phillies' record is when Schwarber and Harper both homer, and I can't find anything. So if you could tell me, I would appreciate it. This website says that the Philadelphia Phillies have a strong record when both Harper and Schwarber homer. But it says that in the first 14 games where Schwarber hits a leadoff home run this season, the Phillies went 13-1. And that was last year, so that doesn't help answer my question. What's going on, folks? Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday to those of you who do celebrate. And, of course, happy Passover for those people that celebrate, too. Maybe it's never happened. Oh, it's happened. It's definitely happened. Phillies record. Casti has had a good season this year, whether anybody wants to say it or not. He's been the best hitter on the Phillies so far. And by the way, he's now on a 5-game hitting streak. And he's gotten on base in each of his last 13 games. 11 games. So, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons too. By the way, a special happy birthday to the Philly Fanatic. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday to the greatest mascot in all of sports. No bias, but bias. Cody Clemens is going to pinch run for Nick Castellanos. And Casti gets taken out of the game. Huh. Hopefully he's okay. The pitch. And it's on the outside edge for strike one. Everyone hits tonight. The Phillies have put up a total of 8 hits and 7 runs. George Soriano's going to pitch. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Shannon Sharp, according to Front Office Sports, has received multiple offers and is expected to sign a deal that would exceed over $100 million. The ball's in 2 strikes. The pitch to Kepler. It's outside. Soriano so far this season, an 8.10 earned run average. And 8 strikeouts in 10 innings of work. The windup and the pitch outside. Bryce and Kyle have homered together in 72 games. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate that. The 2-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And that pitch was running inside and low. And Kepler goes down swinging. Was thinking that it was going to be a fastball that was low and inside and just could not get down on it. And mistimed it. Now bring up JT Realmuto, who's 1 for 2. He chokes up on the bat and lays off the slider. I noticed today that the Phillies really are not hacking at the first pitch as much. This is probably their best game that they've had in regards to their discipline. 1-0, good take by JT again. Two balls, no strikes. 2-0 is the count. We're in the bottom of the 5th. There's 2 outs, and the pitch to JT. Swing and a miss. Griff McGarry's stats so far this season out in Double-A. Listen to this. 12 innings, 16 strikeouts, no earned runs, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 7 walks. Not bad. Here's the 2-1, and that's smacked over towards shortstop. Edwards plays it and fields it cleanly, throws it over to second base, and Clemens is out. So it's a fielder's choice. However, Kyle Schwarber sends one to the moon, and the Phillies lead it 7-0, and we're going to the 6th inning. Okay. Very nice. All right, my Eagles fans, got a question for y'all. I got a question for you guys. This report, or this rumor, I should say, that's been going around about A.J. Brown getting traded on draft night for either Abdullah Carter or Travis. What do you think of it? What do you think of it? Would you trade for Travis? Would you give up A.J. Brown for Travis Hunter or Abdullah Carter? Is my question for you. Are you willing to pull the trigger? Somebody says no. Somebody else says go back to sleep. AJ Brown rumors are false. I do it for Travis, not Hunter. No, AJ's proven. Don't like it. Keep AJ, says Michael. Okay. Cody Clemens is going to come on in to play for Castellanos as he takes left field, and sliding over to right field will be Max Kepler. Eric says, I doubt it. Okay. No, keep AJ. And it's Abdul, not Abdullah. Sorry, Abdul. You're right. The pitch. There's a strike. Vigilant Tracker says keep AJ. The ball is one strike. The pitch. There's a ground ball rolled over to shortstop. Turner has it, throws over to first, and it's in time. Ready for this? Guess what I'm going to say. Jason says keep AJ. Why would you pay an extension close to $100 million just to get rid of the man? That would be so stupid. Media hates AJ. Fans love him. One out, top of the sixth. And it's popped up. And Turner has it right behind second base, and they'll be there to make the grab. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, folks. How many likes do we have, mods? And how many people are viewing this? We were with 72 pitches, and the 73rd pitch is in there for strike one to start off the at-bat to Kyle Stowers. Or like Dallas Goedert gets traded. A 1. Swing and a miss. Just stay away from Hollywood Brown like the plague. That's a different guy. 0-2. That's in the dirt for a ball. Steve says we have a ton of draft picks. Howie will make a crazy trade this year with those, but AJ won't be a part of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're at 98 likes, so we got to get to 200. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off the mask of JT. You know how I said that I'm willing to give up? I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I'm on the train of possibly willing to give up Maxey for the Sixers. When it comes to getting Travis, I might pull that trigger if I had to. I just might. The 1-2 pitch, and there's a line drive hit out to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Clemens plays it on 2 bounces, throws it on in over to second base, and Stowers gets on with an opposite field single. If I could like it again, I would, says Derek Pike. Thank you, man. I might pull the trigger. We're in the top of the 6th. There's 2 outs. And the pitch, there's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. Goodbye, baseball. Eric Wagaman able to knock one out of the park, out to left field. If we had 200 likes, me and JJ will sing Don't Stop Believing on Discord. That's what's going on now? That thing was ripped. When did you start doing comedy? Trading AJ? Laughable explanation points. The pitch. There's ball one. Oh no, I'm trying to spark up conversation. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is swung on and missed. I might do it. If Travis is on the table, I might consider it. And again, we're not like talking about, we're talking about a transcendent, talented player. And A.J. Brown is one of the best receivers in all of football. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wheeler versus Mervis. And Wheeler wins the battle as he throws a called strike 3. And so he does get out of the inning. He gets his 10th strikeout of the ball game, but he does give up a 2-run homer to Eric Wagaman. And the inning does come to an end. By the way, that is Wheeler's 27th game with 10 or more strikeouts in his career. I'll take that. If you guys want to call on in after the show, please make sure that you dial 610-314-0844. That is the phone number to get a hold of Play-by-Play with JJ and talk Phillies. Talk Phillies shop. We're not talking Sixers. We're not talking NFL draft. We're talking Phillies specifically tonight. Let's not forget who AJ's best friend is. Don't know if you want to upset your all-franchise quarterback. I'm just trying to spark up conversation. That's all I'm trying to do. I am honest, though. And it's no disrespect to Tyrese Maxey. But I'm willing to put him on the table, man. I am. Because he's our best asset that we have. And I love Tyrese Maxey. And I know that the fans love Tyrese Maxey. But I'll tell you this. If we can get assets back and try to build this thing up again, ride with Jared McCain and ride with Quentin Grimes, I would do it. I hate to be that guy, but I would. Here comes Bone to the plate, and the first pitch is a ground ball hit over to third base, and the throw over to first is in time, and 1 away. It was on the first pitch. Who's a better receiver than AJ? I haven't ever heard of the Travis guy. Well, he's a really, really good talent. You think he's going to play wide receiver or cornerback? First pitch. That's taken inside. Or do you think that he's going to be a duel? It was inside, but it was actually called a strike. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Soriano still pitching for the Marlins. 0-1 pitch is way inside for a ball. The Phillies put up 6 runs off of Sandy Alcantara in the first 2 innings. They got a 2-run homer from Bryce Harper. Then in the second, they got 4 runs. 1-1, and that's a line drive hit back over towards the mound, though. And the throw over to first is in time. That was hit pretty sharply. It actually hit the ground first, and then Soriano just got the glove down. And then was able to throw it on over to first. Bohm also had an RBI single in that bottom of the second. Rojas had an RBI single as well, and then Stott hit a sac fly, and Rojas scored on a wild pitch. And then Schwarber hit a solo homer in the bottom of the fifth, and Eric Wagaman had a 2-run homer out to left field in the top of the sixth. The ball is 1 strike to Bryson Stott. My cousin David is here. He says, I agree about Maxey. Stott shows bunt, then takes it back and stares at the changeup. That's low. I like Maxey too. 1-1. That's bounced foul. I'm a huge fan of Tyrese Maxey. But it's a business. AJ's like Owens with a humbleness and likable attitude. You can't replace that. Not now. We lose too many good ones after a Super Bowl win, JJ. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. 1-2 pitch. That's taken low and inside for ball 2. The thing is, though, and this is where it's tough, okay? Two. That's taken down for ball 3. The thing is, though, okay, hear me out. We're not going to pay Dallas Goedert. It's clear that we're not going to pay him. We're not going to extend the guy. We're going to have a lot of people on our payroll. 3-2, and there's a called strike 3, and Stott goes down looking on strikes, and the inning is over. So the Phillies do go down in order 1, 2, 3, and we're going to the 7th. Okay, so my question to you is, can the Eagles win a Super Bowl without A.J. Brown? I don't know. I think that what made Saquon so successful last year was that we had 2 threats in the receiving game, correct? AJ and Devontae. And are the Eagles going to be running the ball as much this year with Saquon Barkley? I don't know. I like their offensive line. I like how they're able to protect Jalen and Saquon. I don't know if they can win a Super Bowl without A.J. Brown. I don't. But I would be intrigued with the move if they do get Travis, because he's also very fast. He has a great IQ. The only thing is that you're sliding in Devontae to the number 1 receiver now. And so, can Devontae handle number 1 cornerbacks in the NFL? I don't know. I'd like to think yes. But you also have to remember, too, that if you do trade, if the Eagles did decide to trade A.J. Brown, that does free up more cap space. I'm not telling you that they should do it or not. I'm wondering and I'm thinking about it. And I can see, I'm just trying to figure out both sides of why it would be good and why it would be bad. I like A.J. Brown. And again, we're not trading him for just a nobody. You can't do that. He's one of the top receivers in the game. It has to be for somebody. You would have to get a haul back, is what I'm saying. So draft another tight end. Yes. 1 ball, no strikes. Here goes with Zach Wheeler. So we start off the top of the 7th. It's outside for a ball. AJ got double teamed a lot and opened up to Smith. Yeah, I agree with you. Duo. That's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Well, they would have to trade up to get him. That's why I'm saying that A.J. Brown probably... Again, this is just a rumor. This was a rumor that was talked about last night from Howard Eskin. 2-1. And that's a foul ball. JJ asked Tennessee how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, that got their GM fired. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch. Check swing, did he go? And that is... They say it was a ball. I don't think they can, and I don't want to find out. I hear you. 3-2. And there's a strike 3 called. 11 strikeouts by Wheeler. Wow. He's been on a tear. He's like, Christopher Sanchez, I'm coming after your strikeout total from yesterday. Honestly, we don't want Travis. We don't know what Travis can do at the pro level. He's on a smaller side and played a ton of college. You're not trading up from 32 to 3 or 4. It's not happening, says Larry. Well, I've seen Howie do crazy things. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. It's fouled off over towards the third base side, and Baum can't make the catch. The cap came flying off. He tried to slide and just could not get over to it. It was a rumor. It was just a rumor. Just a rumor. Just a rumor. That's it. Y'all are funny. I love you guys, man. One out, top of the 7th. Wheeler does have 90 pitches. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Another one. JT can't find the ball. Now he does. Throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. 12 Ks. Just rack up those chairs in the chat, folks. Come on. Rack up those chairs. Now it's Otto Lopez coming up, hitting on the right side. 1 for 2 he is tonight. And he takes a pitch just a little bit down for ball 1. Tyler Phillips, former Philly, warming up in the Marlins bullpen. And the 1-0, it's a little bit outside, but Wheeler does get the call. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. JJ's new tactics, gaslighting. Well, that's how you start a fire, man. You got to start a spark, and you got to come up with conversations to get people to talk. That's what I do. 1-1, and that's a little bit outside for ball 2. Wheeler kicks and delivers, and another foul ball. Bro, Walker has to live up to this. Like, Sanchez set the bar with the 13 strikeouts. Wheeler could tie that, and if he does, Walker might have to do that too. Here's the 2-2. And there it is. Strike 3 called. 13 Ks for Wheeler. In 7 innings of work, no walks allowed, Zach Wheeler with a virtuoso of a performance again. Besides the 2-run homer, he's been magnificent. And so we're going to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time out in Philadelphia. How many pitches does Wheeler have? Wheeler has, that's going to be it for him. He has 96. 96. Nice. All right. So we are going to the 7th inning stretch, which means it's time for Phillies trivia. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to ask you a trivia question. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Which player has the most home runs against the Marlins? And how many home runs does this player have? One more minute. Meant to say 30 seconds, sorry. That was my fault. Howard. How many? How many does Howard have? 30. Nope. Bobby Abreu, 24. Howard is correct. Larry's quick. You gotta out-quick him. You gotta out-duel him. 41. Yes. 41 homers. 41 homers. Good job. The other guy that is actually in the top 5 is Bryce Harper. 37. He just hit his 37th homer in his career against the Marlins. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Turner. Phillips is pitching against the Phillies. And the 1-0, it's popped up and hit out over towards shallow right field. Is it going to die? No! Stowers with a beautiful catch! Holy cow! He laid out. He was able to grab onto it and hang on and get the first out. That was a beautiful catch by Kyle Stowers as he robs Trey Turner on a blooper. The concentration he had at making that catch was spectacular. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes Harper. The pitch wide. Phillips this season has a 4 ERA. Gave up 3 earned runs in his last outing against the Diamondbacks. The 1-0, here it comes. It's downstairs. Here's the 2-0 to Bryce, and it's outside for ball 3. Thought Sanchez had 13 strikeouts yesterday, Jason Stark. 3-0, strike 1. Didn't Sanchez have 13 strikeouts yesterday? I thought that he had thought he had 13 yesterday. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see. He did have 12. I was wrong. The pitch, and then now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, and that is fouled away. Tanner Banks warming up in the bullpen, and he will pitch in the 8th inning. The 3-2 to Howard or to Harper, excuse me, and that's inside and low for ball 4. Folks, I will not be on tomorrow. I have a substitute coming on in for me. Just wanted to let you guys know. Be on your best behavior tomorrow. Don't get timed out. Don't do anything silly. My mods, I'm going to need you to be on point tomorrow. And welcome this guy in with open arms. Not going to tell you who it is. But that's my little tease. The pitch. And it's taken for a strike to Kyle Schwarber. Kyle had a solo homer back in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. The ball is 1 strike. Phillips kicks and fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. Okay, Waldorf. You do that. Have fun. If your mod status gets if you get demodified, I'll know it was not a good day. No balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch to Schwarber, it's a little bit low. Yankees lead at 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th. We got a post-game show after this. Please text on in or call on into the show. You can also join via Discord mods. If you could put the Discord or the hotline down low, I'd appreciate it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. A runner on over at first. Schwarber homered earlier today. What's he going to do here? The pitch, and it's down again for ball 3. Let's give Turner or Soto the Turner cheer. Here's the 3-2, and it's outside, even though it hit the outside corner, and Schwarber got the benefit of the doubt. It is a surprise. I don't know if you guys know, but that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to leak anything else. I like keeping you guys on your toes. I was seriously coughing. You weren't seriously larrying? All right, we got 2 runners on. And the Phillies looking to spark another rally. Cody Clemens is up. George! Haven't gotten the word as to why Casty did come on out. It could be Michael. You don't know. It could be. But then again, probably not. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Cody, and he taps it over towards the first base side and taking it to the bag for out number 2 is Wagaman. That's not nice. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs. Phillies are 2 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch. That's taken at the knees for strike 1. Cassie had a hip flexor. Yeah, he suffered that yesterday, but what? Did he re-hip flexor that, or did he retweak it? Tweak this hip running. Yeah. 1-1, swing on the miss. But they had him pinch, but they had him pinch run. Or sorry, they had Clemens pinch run for him after he got on with the single. It was just after that. So, what did he retweak it? 1-2. It's down for ball 2. It's me. I'm calling the game surprise. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. Just had to ruin it. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Kepler strikes out. And we're going to the 8th inning. Okay. Zach Wheeler's the first Phillies pitcher with 13 or more strikeouts and no walks since Vinny Velo's 16 strikeout game on April 14th of 2016. Vinny Velasquez. You guys remember that? Terrible boo. I mean, I can't be mad. They put up 7 runs tonight. I can't be mad. I mean, yeah, I can be a little bit annoyed that they didn't get more runs here, but I'm not really mad. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Are you guys still mad at the Phillies for not scoring runs with runners in scoring position? Or are you okay with the 7 runs? By the way, my middle name is Jason. I do not believe you. You've got to be kidding. It was a bad at-bat. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't a good at-bat. I agree. I'm just asking now. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Joe. Tanner Banks is going to pitch. He has a 3.38 ERA. You're either trying to make me laugh, or you're being dead serious, or you're trying to do both. See, I'm in a trap now. I'm trapped. Seven to 2. We're in the top of the 8th. Banks is pitching. Lefty versus lefty. It's Hicks who's up to bat. Hitting on the left side. He takes it outside for a ball. Hicks is he's a left-handed hitter. I was like, wait, isn't he a switch hitter? 1-0. It's down for ball 2. Joseph Jason Arts. I'm on Facebook. No way. No way. Get out. 2-0. That's inside for ball 3. Christopher, here's what I wanted to know. Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler are the first Phillies pitchers. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Here it is. 3-0, and that's inside for ball 4. Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler are the first Phillies pitchers with 12-plus strikeouts in consecutive team games since Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee did it from April 24th to the 25th in 2011. That's what I wanted to know. Halladay had 14, and Lee had 12. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. This should be 2. The throw to second. There's 1. The throw to first. Not in time. He beat it out. Excuse. That's what Xavier Edwards does. I forgot he was up to bat. He is quick as a bunny. Andrew Abbott just had a career high in strikeouts tonight, too. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. Nothing in one is the count. Sanchez is in the box, and he takes it down for a ball. I was waiting for that stat to come out. One to one. It's taken for strike two. Jesus Tinoco is warming up in the Marlins bullpen, and he will pitch the bottom of the eighth. Continue to like and subscribe, folks. The 1-2 offering. Check swing. Did he go? They say yes, he did. And there is out number 2. Hi, everyone. Some bad news. I'm having some issues that will affect my ability to contribute over the week. Please help JJ with the stream as soon as I resolve. Sorry, Scott. Take it easy, my man. I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. Prayers, man. We're thinking about you. The ball is 1 strike. We got to 54-50. Let's go. That's awesome. Nothing in one is the count. The pitch. And it's down for a ball. After the game is done, we got a post-game show. I did, Scott. Thank you. Prayers in the chat for Scott. Please. Banks gets set, and he kicks, deals, and it's popped up over towards the third baseman in foul territory. And boom, shies towards the ball, gets under it, catches it, and inning over. Time to go to the bottom of the eighth. Phillies lead 7-2. Take care, Scott. Yep. Folks, if you guys want to become members, they're $2.99 a month. You get access to some awesome emojis. And I want us to be rocking with these emotes whenever we play against really, really good teams, or whenever really good things happen. Here are the emojis right over here. I know I'm not asking anybody to, to pay for it, but if you guys want to, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. It's cool. It brings more spirit to the chat. It's a nice way to support the channel, and it's cool. Take care, mate. Yes, sir. We got 204 people on here watching. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I was going to say something. I call Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games on my channel. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. Somebody else is going to be filling in for me. I have something that I have to attend to. and I don't think I'm going to make it back in time for first pitch. So someone else is going to be filling in for me tomorrow. And then I'll be back tomorrow night for the Giants game. Told some of our San Fran viewers that we would do it. And then we'll, on Sunday, we'll reconvene. We'll be back, and we'll do another Phillies game. Then we got Sunday Night Baseball. So it's great. It's awesome. Memberships. They are right here. Right? Members. Yes. That's where it is. Here comes JT. It's popped up. And it's over towards the shortstop, Edwards. And I'll catch it on the outfield grass. There we go. UFL, you mean? Or UAL? One out in the bottom of the eighth. The pitch to Bohm. He'll take it inside. It was right there. Charge! Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's grounded over towards second base. The throw is going to be made over to first, and it's in time. Jesus Tinoco has a 6.75 earned run average in 2 2/3. Mets and Cardinals are tied 3-3. They're in the bottom of the seventh. Red Sox have a 9-2 lead against the White Sox. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. Didn't they just play each other? They did. They just played each other. And this is their second game of the series. Or their second series that they're playing. Oh, 1 foul ball. You guys can go follow RB. RB has his own channel, Philly Take with RB. He does a lot of Sixers content. 0-2 pitch. And there's a high bouncer hit over towards third base. Let's see if Rojas can beat it out, and he does. Not even a throw made over at third base by Norby. Is Merrill resubbing for me? Do you mean subscribing to my channel, or do you mean substituting? What are warehouse games? Two outs, bottom of the eighth. I'll have to check them out. Warehouse games. Are they on YouTube? Thanks so much, Colonel, for coming on here. 1 ball, no strikes. Substituting. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. I know what you meant. I was just trying to joke with you. It's like similar to baseball, huh? I'll check them out. Warehouse Gaming. 2-0. Swing or a strike called. Chat's distracting me. I'm just looking at chat a little bit more. That's distracting me. It's not you guys. 2-1. Foul ball. Guys, shut up. No, I'm kidding. 70 stinkers. Ay, ay, ay. 2-2 pitch to Stott, and he grounds this one over towards the right side. Second baseman has it, tosses it over to first, and the inning comes to an end. So the Phillies will have to live with 7 runs. They have a 5-run cushion and they're going to the top of the 9th inning. 3 more outs to go. Wow, everybody actually did shut up. Oh, wait, no, Michael just said something. My name's Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. After the game is done, folks, if you guys want to tune on into the post-game show, I am going to go live for that. You can come on. You can come give me your thoughts. Again, the phone number is 610-314-0844 if you guys want to call on into the show. And also, mods, if you want to post the Discord link, you can talk to me on there too. Leave a voicemail, text the phone line, or call on in as we are live. And yeah, I hope to see you all there. Be really nice if this is a trend for the rest of the year. It's kind of nice to be in a comfortable lead in the 9th and not having to worry about it. It's a senior shook. I agree. I agree 100%. But then you know what? It would get boring. I would hate being bored. But I would like to get to that point of being bored. And then I'd want to have some action. Oh my gosh, Meryl would hate us. Shut up, you punks. All right, here we go. JJ, can I give you an update on the scores? I just did updates on all the scores. But yes, your Red Sox are doing very well. We're going to the top of the 9th. The pitch by Jose Ruiz is low and outside for a ball. 8 games this year for Jose and a 7.11 ERA. 7-11. 1-0, and it's fouled away. We could actually do the Giants game after this. I ain't doing it. But I'm just saying. 1 ball, 1 strike to Eric Wagaman. And the next pitch is up high. Jose Ruiz comes set. It's a good time to use him here. And there's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. When we do go to our break, folks, we are going to go raid somebody. I think that's a good time to do it. Then just don't forget to come back onto this channel. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is down for a ball. Three and 2 is the count. Ruiz gets set at the belt and delivers the 3-2, and it's low and outside for ball 4. So there's a leadoff walk to start off the top of the 9th inning. I really want to see Ruiz try to get back to his old self like he was last year. I think that his command really has just taken a dip. The fastball, I don't know if the stats back this up, but when I'm watching him, the eyes are telling me that his fastball seems to be a little bit more all over the map. The curveball's not getting the touch that it did last year. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Here's the 0-1, and it's wide and high. One pitch. Check swing. He went around. Ruiz gets set and fires the pitch. Strike 3 called. God, I'm looking at a changeup right down Broad Street. And there's one out in the 9th inning. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Here's a ground ball hit over to third base. Bohm throws it over to first base. Good extension by Bryce. And he is out. Let's see. Did he hang on to the bag is the question. I think he did, but his foot did come off, Bryce. They called him out. And the Marlins are challenging this, and rightfully so. So it is a manager's challenge. Remember, like, when they used to have the headsets, when they were first doing the replay review, and somebody, I think it was the bat boy, had to go out there and hang on to the phone or the little transmitter just to have them talk. It's a tough angle, and they're taking a lot of time to review this. The question is, so Harper's foot came off the bag, but was it on when he made the catch originally? Now, I don't know if the Marlins are going to have enough conclusive evidence to overturn it, and they don't, so therefore he's out, and there's 2 away. All right. He just hung on. Here's the event link for after the game if you guys want to come talk to me on Discord. It's right over here. Trying to do a lot of things at once. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 9th. Griffin Conine is up. And the first pitch that he stares at was on the outside corner, but it's called ball 1 by Manny Gonzalez. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. So that's the link to join. And again, call on in. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Jose Ruiz pitching. 16 pitches in this 9th inning so far. There's 2 outs, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The windup and the pitch, and it's bounced foul. Here's the 2-2. Here it comes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's the ball game. And so the Phillies take care of business and are able to beat the Marlins 7-2. And they beat the Fish by 5 runs. And they will be back tomorrow afternoon. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. Let's go. Nice. Let's go. I'll take that. Nice. Cool. That was a good win. That was a nice win. Very, very good for the Phillies. All right. I think I'm overheating this thing. All right. So let me go to my monologue stream for a second. All right. So if you guys want to call in into the postgame show, 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Okay, and also the Discord server, if my mods could comment that down below, I would really appreciate it. We are going to be doing our post-game show in just a little bit. As of now, though, during these next 6 minutes, we are going to go say hi to a Starkey. Okay, a Starkey is streaming right now, and I want us to go give a Starkey all the love and the support. So we will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. This is the link, and this is where I'm going to send you guys right now. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Here we go.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
All right, the Phillies, they did what they had to do today, and that was come out with a win to start off the weekend against the Marlins. They did that, and they did a very good job today, and I'm very satisfied with what they were able to do, and we'll talk about it, and we'll go into the details of what I liked about this game. I'll tell you some things that I still think need to be worked upon, but yeah, a lot of positives to take away today. And we're going to talk about it. So make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. If you guys want to come on and talk to me after my little post-game monologue, you can do so and call on into the show. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. You can also come on through Discord and talk to me as well, or leave a text message or a voice message on the hotline too. So there's a lot of ways for you guys to get involved with the show. And I think that my first thing that the first place that I would really like to start is Zach Wheeler is a machine. Zach Wheeler was on another one today, and he did Zach Wheeler things. 13 strikeouts, 7 innings, just the 2-run homer that he gave up to Wagaman. That's it. He was special again tonight. I don't have any questions. I think that we take Zach Wheeler for granted. I do. I think that we just pencil in every night that this guy is going to go out there and just give you very strong outings. And I could not have asked for a better free agent signing from this guy, because at first I was very skeptical of the Zach Wheeler signing. I did not think that this guy was going to stay healthy. I've been wrong about Zach Wheeler. I have been very surprised. If you would have told me that Jacob deGrom and Zach Wheeler, right, were both on the Mets, and that Zach Wheeler in 5 years would end up being more healthier, A, and B, more dominant than Jacob deGrom, I would have called you crazy. And for the Phillies, it really has worked out. And I thought tonight, what I loved was the life that his curveball had. That at-bat that he had when he struck out Matt Mervis, who's been their best power hitter, and I know that it's the Marlins, that curveball had so much life to it, and I think that pitch was really working for him tonight, along with the fastball. He was hitting 98 in the first inning. He hasn't hit 90 in a little bit of time. He used to hit 100, and, well, he's not going to be able to do that anymore. But for him to get to 98 in the first inning, he was throwing gas. He was throwing a lot of heat, and guys just looked so confused out there. And he was just shut down good. And I could not have asked for a better outing, from Zach Wheeler. He also got run support. He got run support today, folks. And the Phillies came to play again. They were not messing around with Sandy. And I've been saying this for a while. This team loves hitting against Sandy Alcantara. For whatever it is, I think it's because he throws a lot of fastballs, and this team is a fastball hitting type of a team. But I loved the approach that this team had in that bottom of the first inning. Okay, Alcantara threw over 30 pitches in that first inning. And Stott hit a shot out to center field. Unfortunately, he ended up lining out there. It was a good swing, though. And then Trey Turner works his way on with a walk. Harper hits that 2-run homer, capitalizes on a mistake. It was a fastball that was right down the heart and soul of the plate, and he hits it all the way out to the second deck. And we set the tone that way. As soon as Harper hit that home run, I think that Sandy knew it was going to be another tough night. That guy owned Sandy Alcantara. Bryce Harper alone. And then in that second inning, what an at-bat by Kepler. What a great at-bat by Kepler to get on with that walk. And then JT, the fight-off pitches. And I think it was, 7 pitches in that at-bat? I didn't write it down specifically, but he worked his way up in that count and was able to get on with a single. Sorry, that was 4 pitches. But then Alec Bohm gets on with an RBI single, and he hit a bullet out over the left center field. This is the 3rd game in a row where Alec has actually he's been starting to square the ball up better. I'm not willing to tell you that he's back, but I've been seeing signs that he's heading into the right direction. And for 3 games of a sample size, it's small, but it's a sample size. Take it for what it is. I do see a little bit of a positive trend in the direction for Alec Bohm. Rojas then actually got on with an RBI single himself. And then Stott worked up he had a 5-pitch at-bat and was able to get a sac fly. It was deep enough to get Bohm to score. He was aggressive. And then we had the wild pitch, and we did not look back. The way that this team can win, it's simple. They've got to grind out at-bats. When I'm watching them play, yes, their chase rate has gone down. Sometimes they still chase too much. But a lot of the times when I'm watching them play during this season, they're being too passive. They're letting pitches go by. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's why some of these games we weren't able to get runners on. And that really bugged me. But now they're being more selective, and they're setting the tone in the first inning. And that, I think, is a sign of improvement. So that made me very satisfied. And I was happy about that. Zach Wheeler is my... fantastic day by Wheeler. He just owns the Marlins. He's just that dude. I don't have any questions about this starting rotation. I'm hoping that Aaron Nola can be better. That's the only thing that kind of does concern me, but it's concerning me just because he hasn't really been putting up Aaron Nola types of outings. You know, like, this is not Aaron Nola. What he's done this year has not really been Aaron Nola. The Aaron Nola that I know only gives up like 1 or 2 earned runs. He'll give up his home run ball, but that's it. And he can go 6 or 7 strong innings and get you 8, 9 strikeouts and only give up 5 hits. He's not doing that this year. And so my question to you guys is this. If Jesus Luzardo and Christopher Sanchez are your 2 and your 3, and they're pitching as dominant as they are, is that enough for Aaron Nola to slide down into the rotation? That's my question for you all, and you can answer that down below. I'm not going to answer that right now. So we got to their bullpen first. Check. And then their bullpen did its job. And Schwarber had that nuke out to right center field off of Veneziano. That was a beautiful swing. A very, very nice swing. I liked what he was able to do. I don't think that long-term wise, I still like Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper being separated by a righty. But for now, I see why they're having Schwarber protect Harper, because nobody else can do it. I think that Castellanos has actually, in this game specifically, he did a good job of protecting Kyle Schwarber. Can he keep it up? I don't think so. I don't know, though, but he's batting .319 on the season, and he's been seeing the ball pretty well for the most part. He's been putting up better at-bats. Stott in the leadoff spot continues to really intrigue me. He had a bloop single today. He did have an RBI sacrifice fly. I like Stott in the leadoff spot, and I think that he's definitely been better. He's taken more pitches. He looks more comfortable at the plate. And I don't want to mess around with that. His average is up to 270. It's a lot better than 222. That was his average at one point last week. So he's trending in the right direction as well. So that was cool. I hope that Castellanos is okay too, by the way, because I know that he was taken out of the game, and Cody Clemens came on in. So that's just something, again, to keep your eye on with that left hip flexor. But yeah, not really much else for me to say, but I was just really happy with Wheeler, and you didn't have to tax your bullpen today. You got to rest Jose Alvarado, which is big. You don't want Alvarado, and you don't want Strahm and Orion Kerkering to have a lot of stress on their arms right now. And even Jordan Romano. You know, you got to save all those guys. And I think that this is a series where we can sort of give those guys rest. Maybe not tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see what we get from Taijuan Walker. We don't know if we're going to get dominant Taijuan Walker from the first two outings or if we're going to get the last outing version of Taijuan Walker. But Sunday, I feel good with Luzardo on the mound. I think that that'll certainly be really good for us. He does pitch Sunday, right? It is Jesus Luzardo. Yes, it is. Okay, just wanted to make sure. But yeah, we went to Ruiz. Ruiz pitched in the ninth inning, and it was easy for Rob to make decisions today. We didn't really have to focus a lot on Rob Thompson because the players did what they had to do. Rojas also went 2 for 4 today. Bohm seems to be putting a better swing on the bat now over these last 3 games. So we just have to wait and see how things do go. I really want this team to build momentum now. I think that now's a perfect time for them to do that. But yeah, we'll see what continues to happen. But how do you feel after a win like this? Are you satisfied? Do you think that the Phillies left meat on the bones? I don't think that they left as much meat on the bones as they have over these first 18 games, but I thought that they did enough again today, and they took Sandy out of the game, which was one of my big keys. And Sandy, let's be real, he hasn't really been that good this year. He's been really tacked up a lot, and he's coming off of Tommy John surgery and just has been all over the place, not locating his pitches in the right spot. That pitch to Bryce Harper was awful, and Bryce, I'm happy, took advantage of it. But yeah, it was a big mistake there. So, but yeah, I can't really get too high. I can't really get too low. This was just a nice win, and it was great to see the Phillies back 4 games over 500. So, talk to me down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on to Discord, or you're more than welcome to call in into the show. Elaine says, good game. I will read some of your messages. Yeah, this was a good game. This was a game where you could kick your feet up, where you could just relax, and you could sit back and say, you know, this is nice. This is very, very nice. No stress, calm, cool, collective. This was a kick your feet back type of a game. Somebody said in the before coming into the series that the goal needs to be beat Xavier Edwards and beat Matt Mervis. And the Phillies did that today. They both combined and went 1 for 8. And they struck out. I know Edwards didn't strike out. It's hard to get. It was hard to get him to strike out today. But Mervis did strike out a couple of times. That was good. So, We beat the both of them, and they didn't really do their damage. Wagaman had a 2-run homer, but that was it. That was it. This Marlins franchise just, I don't know what they're doing. They don't really have a direction. They were trending in the right direction when Kim Ying was in charge, it seemed like, and after the Phillies beat them in the wild card series, you know, you look at their roster then, their roster is almost completely different now. Jesus Sanchez is still here, but there's no Brian De La Cruz, there's no Jazz Chisholm, there's no Jake Berger. They've lost a lot of guys. Jesus Luzardo, another one. It's just crazy when you really think about it. Italian97, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. I hope somebody's cut that short of the Schwarber home run call. That was epic. Yeah, that was great. That was fun. I think that Hardcore did. Is Larry going to call in? We may never know. He says, nah, I need a game 2. What else? I need to be more enraged to call. Maybe my mom will call it, though. I called in a bunch in 22 and 23. You mean 23 and 24. But yeah. JJ's been doing call-ins for 3 years and still has issues with it. No, I haven't been doing it for 3 years. This is my second year doing it. To be honest with you, this is my first year doing it every day. Like, this is my first structured post-game show. I wasn't keeping it structured last year, and that's why not as many people were calling on in. I see Joe's here. Let's get Joe on to speak. But yeah, talk to me. Tell me how you guys feel about this win. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, JJ?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. How you feeling?
I liked it was very relaxing for some reason. Maybe I'm too stressed, all the other times.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was how they used to play, where they know they got to get up so many runs.
Yep.
And then just play defense the rest of the time.
I agree.
Like it reminds me of when they go on winning streaks. So I don't know, knock on wood, but yeah, definitely Schwarber. I almost missed Harper, but I think Schwarber, your call was like, I was like, wow, that was like goosebumps.
Yeah. We're going to cut that.
But yeah, you already answered that you had a short. But I wanted to tell you something real quick about
Go for it.
My mom.
Go for it.
She loves the Phillies.
Does she?
Way longer than I have, because she's 40 years older.
Wow.
But she after we won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and you went downtown. And I was like, I didn't believe you at first that you were going to go. And then when you were on, I kept looking on live. And I went and I woke up my mom and said, and looked like it wasn't that long after she went to bed. So she wasn't like in a deep sleep or anything.
Right.
But, yeah. And you said to RB, say hi to Jane. And she was watching when he said that.
Really?
And yeah, and that, like, it made her, because I had shown, I'd shown you and RB both to her,
Yeah.
And it made her year, I think. She said she was 40 years younger. She'd be going after that.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's a true story. I was like, I just got on and you were talking and you were in the chat and stuff, and you were just like, RB, say hi to Jane. And she was right there with me.
That's so cool. Wow. That gives me
It was
goosebumps,
awesome.
man. That completely gives me goosebumps. Wow. Yeah. No, that
Thank you
was
so
a
much
night
for
to
that.
remember. And you know, man,
Yeah.
there's nothing more than I want than for Bryce Harper to experience a championship down Broad Street. That was honestly the first thing that was crossing
Absolutely.
my mind as soon as I got to the parade was, man, I want Bryce to experience this. I want this Phillies team to have the same feeling that the Eagles were about to have that day, and it still holds true.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a million times. It's like, I don't know. It's like, even though the Eagles, it's like the Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls, but
Yep.
it feels like almost every year I'm like, oh, they're going to at least be in the playoffs.
Right.
So, but and then you talk about the Phillies, and it's like, yeah, I believe they're going to be in the playoffs, but do they look like a World Series team
I don't know.
right now? I don't know right now. It's too early.
Yeah.
But that's the way I compare it to the Eagles. But yes, I would huh, I would probably cry
Yeah.
if the Phillies got the parade.
Yeah. I'm sure your mom would too.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Right. Yes.
I'm sure your mom would too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
She would.
That's awesome. Well, Joe, I appreciate you for coming on, and obviously, please tell your mom I said hi too.
Absolutely, I will.
All right,
Thank you, Joseph.
I will see you this
Jason
weekend.
Joseph.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll
Yes,
see
sir.
you this weekend.
All right, sounds good.
Have a
You too. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Jane. Shout out to all of them, man. That's great. The Phils need to earn it. Absolutely, they have to earn it. But just I don't know. I'm going back to tonight's game. I thought that even Joe said that this game really was just a kick your feet up type of a game, and he didn't really have to deal with any sort of stress. And the reason why was because as soon as Harper homered, I don't know about you guys, but as soon as Bryce hit that shot, I usually don't like to say game over, but I was thinking this is going to be like there's no way the Phillies are going to lose this game. I felt like a big breath was taken off my shoulders, and I thought that this was one of those times where we actually were jumping out in front first. We did that the other night, too, against the Giants, but the Giants, they're a team that has a very good baseball team, so it's a little bit different when you're doing it against the Marlins versus the Giants. But I really thought that today we got ourselves into a very good position, and we could just say sayonara and wave this in as a win, pencil this in. So, and that felt pretty good. But they got to do it again tomorrow. They need to go on a nice little streak here, and I don't know how Taijuan Walker's going to do tomorrow. I will not be live tomorrow. I'm going to have a substitute for me. I'm still not telling you who it is because I'm going to keep you on your toes. But it should be interesting. The question is for the Phillies, okay, how can they carry this momentum against Cal Quantrill tomorrow? I think that they can absolutely put up runs, but are they going to have to tax the bullpen? Can Taijuan Walker give you 5 good innings of work? We'll see. And we'll find out in less than 13 hours, right? Not less than 13. It's like 16 hours. 1 o'clock tomorrow. All right. I'm going to send you guys off to G. Venutz's channel. So let's get his channel up and ready. We'll do that right now. So customize, where is it? Customization, we're going to go send you off to G. Venutz's channel for a redirect. Where is G. Venutz? No. G. Venutz. There he is, right here. All right, we're going to send you there, and I will catch you all on the next one. I got the Harper homer, not the Schwarber bomb. I'll make sure that I cut that. Yes. All right. Here we go. So there is the redirect, and I will see you all on Sunday. Enjoy tomorrow's game. Without me, I'll stop on into the chat, and I'll check in and see how things are going. But, yeah, be nice. Be on your best behavior tomorrow. I will see you all Sunday.